Howdy do, Naysayer Nation, and welcome back to the Aftershow Podcast. Hope you all have been well. We missed you these past weeks. We had to, of course, deal with personal matters, and by that I mean Jay wanted to watch the Super Bowl, which I'm happy to report went exactly how I was praying it would go, even though I have no investment in football. Except for
my downfall.
Boston loses. Yes, that is literally my only desire and care for football is Jay's team, the Patriots, suffering. And for that, I have to give a very, very special after show podcast shout out to Drake, the sixth god, for putting his curse on the New England Patriots by betting on them $1 million.
As soon as I saw it, I knew we were fucked.
Big shout out to Drake. You may have taken the biggest L in hip hop history, but for making sure that Jay had a terrible experience watching the Super Bowl, I thank you, good sir, and I'll stream your next album.
I mean, look, the Seahawks were the better team. There's no doubt about it. They deserve to win. It sucks because like the game was there for us, but yeah, that was a tough one. But I have experience watching the Patriots both win and lose Super Bowls, and I would rather lose the Super Bowl than not make it. So
there you go. That's a great losers mentality. So we appreciate everyone hanging out. Shout out to Gio for being first up. Eastwood following up. Better luck next time, old man. What's up, Super Patrick? What's up, Travis? Welcome to the show. We got some stuff to talk about. Of course,
let me tell you who didn't lose though.
The
United States of fucking America. We are now the owners of hockey. We own hockey. Hockey belongs to us. The men and the women, both gold medal. One of the most amazing games I've ever seen in my life today. Just absolute, pure insanity. Canada was absolutely a monster squad. I thought of this today. Like, you usually win a silver medal in the Olympics. You're like, yes, I won a silver. That's awesome. You win the silver medal in like hockey, basketball, a team sport, and you're like, fuck, this is the worst day of my life. And it's so weird. Right. Like, it's so crazy, but yeah.
Because it's sports. American sports. Second place is first loser. Everyone knows this. But yeah.
Sure, but like if you get the silver like in like pole vaulting, like you're pretty pumped up about that, like, because, oh man.
Yeah, because no one gives a shit. The problem is America in particular has a history of dominating, in particular in basketball. I mean, thanks to the Dream Team. So now, because of that standard, it's now considered a failure if you get anything less to go. Hockey is different, I assume. Again, hockey's not a real sport, so I don't follow it.
This was a generational game today because, like, Canada really, like, they LeBron'd this game, okay? Like, there is one spot where Nate McKinnon from Colorado, like wide open net, okay? Wide open net and just choked. He should have buried that. And then on the gold medal winning goal, the golden goal, he missed getting to the puck. The U.S. defenseman Werenski gets it, shoots it over to Jack Hughes, buries it, okay? And pandemonium. And like, it was like the anti-LeBron though. Like Jack Hughes, like this kid's like 20, I think, took a stick to the teeth. Like both of his teeth are busted. He's bleeding everywhere. Okay. Gets up and wins the game for America. LeBron would never. That's just all I'm saying.
But definitely you roll around on the ground and cry for the refs.
Exactly. Like exactly what he would do. But this guy, and I just love, there are two guys from the Bruins on the team. My favorite player on the Bruins, Charlie McAvoy, and our goalie was their backup goalie for USA. And I love this team. I love how like patriotic they are. I'm like I'm not even like, I am very patriotic. My dad was a Marine. Everybody I knew growing up, their dad was a Marine. Like all my neighbors were Marines. Like I grew up, like I just, I appreciate, for better or worse, what we are, and I love watching LeBron have a USA on his chest as much as I love watching Charlie McAvoy get to run around with the American flag. And the last thing I'll say before we move on, sorry, there's a guy named Johnny Gaudreau. A year and a half ago, he would have been on this team, but a year and a half ago, him and his brother were getting ready for. The brother also played in the NHL. We're getting ready for their sister's wedding. They're riding their bikes just down the street, and drunk driver kills them both.
Oh yeah.
And, the most amazing thing was them bringing his jersey on the ice. They had with them all through the whole thing. They had a jersey for him, and then they brought his two daughters out on the ice and took the team photo with the gold with his jersey. And it's like I lost it. Like, I'm sorry. It's one of the most amazing things. So anyway, I'm on cloud nine. Team USA hockey, just legendary goal. Like, this is going to be talked about forever. So anyway, sorry.
Well, looking forward to watching, or not watching, the Netflix documentary that will definitely be great about this.
I'm sure they will, man. I'm sure they will.
Big shout out to Missing Shogi Piece. Welcome to the backstage. Shout out to Gabe, who just came in, and sorry, Travis, that you're not feeling well. Hope you get well soon. For the rest of you that Jay didn't scare off by talking about hockey, we got a great show for you guys, because a lot happened this week in the gaming world, in particular for both sides of the console.
I need
war.
one more.
Oh,
I need one more.
He needs to borrow some more. What up?
No, you're gonna like this one. Aquatone's out here retweeting the White House. Justin Trudeau, you can't take our country and you can't take our game. And the White House tweeted an American eagle murdering a Canadian goose. Sorry.
Yeah, don't.
Come on, you gotta laugh at that.
Not from the White House. If Aqua himself had memed that, I would.
That's fair. That's fair. Justin Trudeau's not in office anymore. And plus, I just saw he bagged some celeb. I don't know who it was. Hold on. I think we're all gonna be jealous.
Mr. Steal Your Girl, Trudeau.
Katy Perry. Just knocked up Katy Perry.
I mean, I guess people would be jealous of that 10 years ago, but
that's fair. That's fair.
Shout out to Trudeau for getting Russell Brand's ex.
Yeah, so
anywho, we had some.
Anyway, we got a lot to talk about.
We had some big news out of the gaming, as I was saying. Both sides of the console war, both. This it's actually become a tradition at this point. PlayStation will do something stupid, and then Xbox, before anything could even be fully realized and dissected, they will one up them and take all the attention away. And this was probably potentially the craziest such instance we've had in recent memory, with Xbox with first PlayStation making the shocking announcement that they are shutting down beloved studio Bluepoint Games only 5 years after acquiring them. Bluepoint is, of course, the beloved studio that is known for basically being masters of the remake. They did the Uncharted collection for PlayStation. They did the launch title Demon's Souls, which is still one of the highest rated PlayStation games of all time, and one of the highest PlayStation 5 games of all time, despite the fact that it is a remake. And people were speculating that maybe Bluepoint was working on the God of War remake, that trilogy that was announced at the State of Play, which was a big high point for PlayStation. They were riding high. That was an amazing show. We had the Canon Bridge of Spirits sequel. You had John Wick. We had the big God of War reveals at the end with the remake trilogy, and the shadow drop of the 2D Metroidvania. Riding high, great time via PlayStation. You had all these exclusive dropping this year. Everything was looking good. then the Bluepoint news hit, and before everyone could finish saying "fuck Herman Hulse" and fire Herman, Xbox comes in and says, "Hold my beer," and announced the retirement of both Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond at the same time. And we can pretty much safely assume this was a retire or you're fired situation, because Sarah was literally posting on LinkedIn like nothing happened. And I just saw before I went live that over at Kind of Funny, Greg got some
I was just watching that too.
Got some inside info that says that what we already knew, which is that Phil was definitely fired. He's
random.
He's being replaced, of course. Now running Xbox is Booty has been Bad Booty has been promoted, and now running Xbox is going to be their now Microsoft's former head of AI, which if you recall, Microsoft's AI was in the news last year because they fired 8,000 people in order to pave way for their AI infrastructure, which so far has resulted in nothing but people uninstalling Copilot on their Windows 11. So not great. This was so not great that in a rare moment, I saw Jay tweet that he is scared for the future of Xbox. So we'll start there. Tell me.
Let's talk about rare moments. Okay. Last night I sent you a Ron Funches meme about Xbox, and you sent me what Mighty Keith video making fun of PlayStation. That I think is kind of hilarious if you think about it.
I mean, I thought it was appropriate because I was because I had to watch the Mighty Keith video earlier, and then when you gave me the Funches me, I was like, oh well, he's gonna love this Mighty Keith one.
No, but like I think both things are just wild in their own. Obviously, Microsoft's or Xbox's is way more, big picture stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not. It was sudden, so it was shocking. But if you take a step back, I'm not surprised. I don't know. I feel like Satya, is that how you say his name? Nadella?
Yeah.
The head of Microsoft.
Satya Nadella.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting close too. I mean, like, I really feel like the problem starts with him. I don't know anything about this lady. I'm not going to pretend I do. Nobody should pretend they do. I guess she was with Instacart and Meta before.
Yeah, a lot of people. Apparently, she's doing her best to come across as a gamer to make up for the fact that she has no prior experience working at a gaming company. She's been doing polls, asking people their favorite game. She posted her gamer tag, which apparently has a score of 10,000.
Yeah,
and all of the games were played in the last 30 days.
Yeah. I think I've gone like this with her. I'm like, the first thing that she said I thought was perfect. We're gonna bring back Xbox, no AI slop. She said all the good things you want to hear. And if she just left it there and let things marinate a little bit, I think that would have got us through the weekend just fine. I do feel like she's trying a little too hard right now.
Definitely.
If it's even her. I did follow her, and when I followed her, she had like 1,200 followers, and then like an hour later, she had like 15,000 followers. So, obviously that'll happen.
It will.
I don't know, man. I'm not.
Are we sure first of all, are we sure she's not AI herself?
That's fair. I did look at she is a former Forbes 30 under 30 person. She's got a great track record doing other things. I don't think she necessarily has to be like some pure hardcore gamer to be the business person she needs to be. I think there's a lot of good infrastructure around. I mean, obviously Matt Booty is an industry veteran. Some people don't have the best things to say about him, though. I I don't know, man. I was watching the Iron Lords podcast earlier. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're a long running podcast. I've met a couple of them before, and they've been accused of being an Xbox podcast before, and
right.
It's kind of like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know the ins and outs of who all these people are. I don't really care either. Just are my games gonna be good? Are my systems gonna be good? That's all I care about, you know? Right. Microsoft, I've not been happy with. My bitching about Windows 11 is becoming, probably my most complained about thing. Ever since I got forced into upgrading to Windows 11, like everything works like shit. Like Sadat's coming at me in 3 frames per second, but like I look over at YouTube and you look fine. Like on YouTube, you're looking straight at the camera. On StreamYard, you're doing this. Frozen. So it's like I can't get like a bunch of websites to work. Like it's just like it's weird. I don't understand. And everything was working fine. It's not my computer, like literally going from Windows 10 to Windows 11 has been a nightmare for me.
I literally saw someone put, I think it was on Reddit. They said that Xbox is having an identity crisis. They're a software company whose software is ass. They're a game company that doesn't make exclusive games and is giving up on its hardware. Like what the fuck is going on?
I think there'll be a new Xbox before a new PlayStation. Because it sounds like everything's going full steam ahead, and I love what they're gonna do with the next Xbox, and it kind of makes the need for something being exclusive necessarily, moot. Because like if I'm gonna be able to load up, Steam and Epic games on my Xbox, like that's amazing,
I think it would have been more amazing if Valve hadn't like kind of cucked them with their machine announcement, like when it seemed like.
Yeah, but I think that's not going to be that great.
Oh, it depends. It depends. I think that one's actually going to, and that seems like it's definitely coming out first. So it's going to have that advantage. I think as long as they stick to landing, I think it's going to be big. Valve has huge huge install base for the Steam. They have a lot of goodwill, a lot of support. I think this could be big. I think Xbox is ultimately just at the moment, who knows now, but they were trying to like steer everything towards the cloud. Their cloud.
I don't know how I feel about that. I've been having terrible experience with the PlayStation cloud gaming or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't even use it. I tried to stream it once because I wanted to cover Batman Arkham Origins on, and it was hot ass. So
yeah, like I'm just planning to play Lego Batman 2, and if I pause my game for like more than 5 minutes, it like literally like shuts down. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Like I just want to play this game. Why can't I just like install it? Like it's weird.
The cloud infrastructure ain't quite there yet, but I think a lot of people are justifiably worried about the future of Xbox because it was kind of unclear what the fuck they were doing even before Phil and Sarah stepped down. Now they have an AI person taking over who's really giving how do you do fellow kids right now trying to convince people that she's a gamer. And to be clear, she definitely doubled down on AI. She said, AI, no AI slop, but good AI, which was not defined, but worrisome that she explained that she said that AI has always been a part of gaming. Not definitely worrying that she framed it that way, because obviously when people are concerned about AI, they are not talking about NPC behavior. they're talking about
for sure.
They're talking about generative AI in those various applications. So I think it's safe to say that they are going to be utilizing AI in their gaming infrastructure. The question remains, though, what exactly are they going to do the business side of it. Xbox has had issues putting out games, keeping studios. It's going to be interesting to see if their strategy evolves much or at all, how they'll start using AI more. It could be okay. I mean, I guess bright side, maybe, I don't know, maybe she I'm trying to think of a bright side, like maybe they are more efficient, because I think a big part is that their game development. I mean, the game development has both been hindered by the fact that they reportedly had those insane demands from on high to hit.
That's why I think ultimately that's why I ultimately think he's the problem, though. Like at the very top of Microsoft, I think they need to be gutted to their core.
Yeah, I think so, and I think the problem is that they needed somebody, because during the Xbox 360 generation, they had someone to tell Microsoft to go fuck themselves. And Phil Spencer loves games, but he's not someone that's going to tell leadership to go fuck themselves. so
the only time I met Phil Spencer, I could tell he had definitely had enjoyed a few adult beverages already. So nice. I just said hi and got a picture with him. You know what I mean? Sarah Bond, however, I mean, she was really nice. We had a nice conversation. I don't know much about her either. She always seemed very intelligent, and like she cared, knew what she was doing. But
my guess is maybe, I thought the theory was at first maybe she wasn't offered the job, so she quit. But it sounds like she was just fired, so along with Phil. So
I don't know.
Can't wait appreciate the two, Armani. Yep, definitely looking forward to Requiem next week, and hope we get Rise of Hydra later.
So Gabe referenced the Deadpool head. It talks, but I gotta change the batteries, and I keep meaning to do it, and I haven't. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
Speaking of head.
Oh, nice! You got the.
I got the Marvel. I got some merch. You can't see it behind me, but also my Dispatch merch also arrived.
Nice.
I got the cup. I got the cup, and I got the poolside poster. That one's hanging up on the wall.
Very nice. I agree, Antique Legend. I mean, I think they're gonna keep. I don't know, man. I think Xbox was probably the more likely of the two to move away from physical media, but I don't know that that's ever really gonna happen, because like, I don't know, too many people really love their physical. I'm one of them. Like, you can see my whole collection back there, like I just love getting the disc and having it, even if it just sits on my shelf.
I think it will happen, because the numbers so far, at least in terms of digital game purchases, are so heavily skewed in favor of digital that I think eventually, when companies think they could get away with it, they'll do away with that aspect.
I don't think it'll be the next one, though, because I don't think they can afford to make any mistakes.
No, the next one, because I think like the PlayStation 6 and stuff, I think they'll still have those. That's definitely still, we're probably going to have disc support. I think those details were leaked as well. But yeah, with the RAM shortage and everything like that, I think they're just trying to make sure they just stick the landing this time around, especially since there was a lot of sentiment about people thinking it's too soon for a PlayStation 6 because of the relatively lack of games, but which they're trying to make up. They're trying to make up for it, which so far they are. But I am concerned, big picture and small picture, for PlayStation after this Bluepoint thing, because this is another casualty of the Jim Ryan Herman Holtz live service boondoggle that has continued to fuck over everyone in continued and unexpected ways. I mean, for those who forgot, Jim Ryan, before he stepped down, initiated this insane plan to have like 20 new live service games, and they ended up putting a ton of money towards investing in them, and like they ended up canceling some bunch. The ones they canceled, the Twisted Metal game, the Spider-Man Great Web game, people were very confused why, especially when the ones they greenlit, obviously the most famous one being Concord, ended up being a generational failure. Fortunately for them, they got a big hit out of Helldivers, which they weren't even expecting. But then they bought Bungie, and they've been trying, and Bungie acquisition hasn't been working, so they've been kind of trying to recoup some of these costs. And we saw that kind of manifest in layoffs across their studios, including Insomniac, Naughty Dog, and now it's resulted in them shutting down Bluepoint, which is so bad, especially when you look into the details. This was a successful studio. It's not even a big one. It's in Texas. They put out great remakes. This remakes have been like a big thing in the industry now. Is doing very well for Sony. So having a studio specializing in that was like a great acquisition, and they've done great work. But instead of putting them on remakes that fans wanted, like Bloodborne, Jak and Daxter, Infamous, after they bought them and they did Demon Souls, instead they put them on a God of War live service game instead of the God of War remake trilogy, which if they had done that, they would be announcing a release date for the God of War remake trilogy by now at the State of Play, instead of saying we're announcing that it's in early fucking development. But instead now Bluepoint is gone, and just all this talent is just wasted. Like it makes no sense that you would have this talented remake studio and not put them on any of these highly requested remakes, and instead force them on a live service slop and then fire them after you cancel the live service slop that you forced them to make. It's insane, and it makes, especially since they're still spending money, millions of dollars on fair game dollar signs, which is going to crash harder than High Guard. I don't think he's even going to reach the same peak player count as High Guard, and it's going to cost them a lot more money than it did Tencent. And then you have the Horizon live service game, which I think gameplay wise looks like it's going to be fun, but the vibes are so off with the visuals. I think that game is probably going to underperform. So you're potentially setting up two new failed live service games, and you shut down your remake studio. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, man, it's so weird. I don't understand why you shut them down, because you've got the studio, you know what they can do. It just costs you more money to keep them going. You have the money to keep the studio going. Just give them a project that they can ship. You know what they're good at. There's plenty of games that people are begging for, like you said, Bloodborne. You can even get into kill zones if you really want to dig that deep. Resistance, or what's the Second Son, Infamous? You love that game.
Yep.
Like, you can start getting into, like, there's plenty of games that can be remade, remastered, whatever, that they have in their arsenal. That's what they're good at. People will buy it. It's proven time and time again that they will. Give them something like that. Just give them a project they can actually do. Why would you buy a company like this just to shelve them because of a decision that you made? Like, and also, how do we think that do we think they just said, oh, no more live service, and just shut down God of War live service? Or did it have to be that bad, like, to make that decision? You know what I mean?
That begs the question, what would, if it was a case of quality, what do they consider bad? Because I don't know, from pretty much everyone's reaction to Concord, people universally thought, oh, that's absolute dog shit. How did that make it out of development? but internally they were thinking this is going to be like a Star Wars level success. So I was like, I don't know what the metrics are.
Well, I mean, the game looked good. It felt good. It was just not a good design. And
I don't think it is. Like, I think like on a technical level, the graphic fidelity was good. I thought the
listen, I own a Concord controller. Okay.
Yeah. I thought the combat was I thought the concept was if
that game was like an open world, like cyberpunk type game, I think it would have been great. They just chose the wrong thing.
Completely, it was like another soulless hero shooter, and also the designs are dog shit, and you're charging $40. Like what are we doing? And like it, pretty much everyone could agree, like, what the fuck, why are you doing this? But they thought this was going to be like a huge thing. So I have no idea I have no idea what the fucking metrics are. Like,
I don't think Sony owns Max Payne. I think that's like Rockstar.
No, that's Remedy. Remedy is actually that's their IP, and Remedy is also working on a Max Payne remake. A couple of them, in addition to a sequel to Control. So I'm looking forward to that. Travis just sent me the CI Games. They're the independent studio that do Lord of the Fallen. Apparently, they just told Bluepoint employees that are affected to reach out to them because they have jobs available for those and for some of those impacted. So W for that. Though not the biggest fan of CI Games, because they've been pandering to the grifters like Grums lately in order to get hype for Lord of the Fallen 2. So that's not ideal, but
it's just really weird that, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I do. Yeah, my hope was that we would get like a situation with Tango Gameworks where someone swoops in and says, yeah, that's fucking dumb. We're just gonna buy the studio from you. Like, after Xbox let them go. But so we'll see if anything like that happens. But because it's such a waste of talent. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's just, especially because like you like 5 years is what can be like one game's life cycle, dev cycle, and they've already pumped out like 2 remasters for them. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like there's plenty of time to get them going on something that they could sink their teeth into and get taken care of. Carrying their salary for a little bit longer should not have been that significant that you needed to cut them. If you're really that like just considering how much of the market they own right now, I know that like a lot of it is like third party software and whatever, but like they're still making their money. They're still selling their consoles. Like, I don't understand how you can't carry this very talented studio into another project. Like,
especially since they wanted to do an original project as well. Like, they expressed that desire as well.
Yeah, I read something like they had pitched like 5 different things and they all kept getting rejected. But like, even still, like, I mean, talented studios are hard to come by, and to just shut them down after like you made a decision that affected what they were doing, number one, like you canceled their project. Like, I don't know that it was a bad project. I think I guess we'll never know that. Like, maybe it was bad.
It'll probably leak at some point.
Yeah, maybe it was bad, but
we have no idea.
I think people overreact to live service. Okay, like, sure. Live service could mean anything. It could just mean like DLC. A game that is living and you get to keep playing. It doesn't, like, look at Marvel Rivals. Okay, they are a live service game. They do sell you things every week. It's not egregious though. Also free to play. I understand that, but I don't think the difference between free to play and like, even like if we look at like Marathon, a $40 buy-in, it's not that massive of a difference. There's usually
different models, but yeah, they kind of operate the same with Arc Raiders. They have regular content. That's the idea. Regular.
Right. The idea is just make a good game.
Yeah, that's the bigger thing.
And if you make a good game, like Helldivers too, right? Like that was a $40 game.
Yep.
Right.
And people felt it was worth it because they thought the core game was really good, and they had continued updates or whatever.
Yeah. So like all you have to do is make something people want to engage in, that they enjoy playing, and whether or not it's live service doesn't matter. Because to me, I feel like if it's a live service, if you get a game and you're like, man, I love this game, I want to keep playing this game, you should want to be able to buy into more of that game. Like, is that why? Am I crazy for thinking that? Because I feel like
I think
like nobody wants to do that.
I think the problem is obviously there are some people who just don't want to spend money on things, but there's also the understandable cynicism that comes from live service, because these companies have proven time and time again that they don't value the consumer for the most part. Games like Helldivers end up being like the exception to the rule, unfortunately. So people are understandably skeptical when it comes to live service offerings. Like you could get a Marvel Rivals or Helldivers, or you could get the quintuple A Ubisoft. Was that pirate game?
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, that's already dead. I
get the emails for like the Ubisoft emails for all the updates they're doing, and I'm like, man, I wish I cared about this game. Like I couldn't go back to it.
Apparently, there's a new indie pirate game that dropped that or is an early access that's already like surpassed the all-time player count of Skull and Bones. It's crazy. But
I did play that when it came out, because obviously we're both Ubisoft partners.
I played it. I played a bit.
Cool, but
I played a bit. It was fine. I just didn't. I didn't like that I didn't like that they had basically no land parts. I felt like they would have been better off expanding on Black Flag, which they were planning to do a remake for, but that got delayed. So to be clear, CI Games didn't just say that they were listening to people who actually bought the game. They literally were like adding and retweeting people like Grums specifically, and just glazing and like playing into the whole culture war thing. So yeah, that is a problem. So I hope that Bluepoint lands on their feet. I hope someone ideally gets the whole studio. If they do end up with CI Games, that would be unfortunate, but at least they will be employed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because like I don't know, man. I was this whole Lego Batman 2 experience has just made me wonder, like, they did the remaster, remake, it's kind of a remaster, I think, the Harry Potter collection, and they did the Lego Marvel collection, and I don't understand why they haven't like just greenlit
those are
Lego Batman collection.
Travis, those are not the people that bought the first game. First of all, grifters don't buy games. First of all, people who like the people who bought the first game were fans of Souls-like games. They thought they were getting like another Elden Ring. Those are the people who bought the first game, and the people who bought the first game thought it was dog shit, which it was. and they took that feedback and said, okay, we understand. We're gonna try to do better, and also let's start cynically pandering to the cultural right in order to get some free marketing. That's what happened. Let's not reinvent what actually happened. Like they made a Souls game that was dog shit, and then they started pandering to the culture war to get free marketing. No one would reign. Many people like you forget I do this for a living. Like I was actually in the Lords of the Fallen partner program. I saw the feedback to the first Lords of the Fallen. It was not great. Like you may have enjoyed it. Many people did not. It was not well received. that's just the reality of it.
You know what I think one of the other funny things about this whole Bluepoint thing is it made me realize how many people have left Twitter, because like Jason Schreier's not on Twitter anymore.
Oh, he's on Blue Sky.
And even Greg Miller is not on Twitter anymore. So like
to be fair, most humans aren't on Twitter. It's like 80% bots. Like,
yeah, it sucks because like I don't want to like my big thing is I do have a Blue Sky. I do have what's the Instagram one? Threads. I don't like them. I don't
use them.
and I don't want to post the same thing on like 5 different platforms. You know what I mean? Like can we just pick one, like make it the thing and like I don't know, it's annoying and like and honestly like to be fair, like posting on these other like platforms like it's only accounts for like less than 1% of traffic going to my YouTube video. You know what I mean? Like very few people actually engage with anything that you post like that takes you outside of any other social media. So
some are better than others. Twitter specifically throttles that sort of traffic intentionally to prevent you from growing. Like it's bad.
I feel like all the social medias just hate each other and for no reason just throttle everybody. It's wild.
It's pretty ass. So I just go on Twitter to see news and go about my day. I don't really post much anymore, but I'll get my gaming news now from Schreier from Reddit pretty much because they'll just post what he puts out there, and I'll watch Jeff Grubb on YouTube because he doesn't post on Twitter really a little bit. He sometimes does now. Now he wasn't before, but now he does a little bit.
Yeah, I have the Game Leaks and Rumors, Reddit, but I forget to go there too often. So
yeah, I always check daily because that's where the big news drops. Yeah, that's is a good source. But yeah, they are a lot of pretty much everyone's like universally like fuck Sony for shutting down Bluepoint. It's a lot of people really love the studio, and even if because even if you don't really particularly like didn't get any of their games, like it scratches your head because a lot of people do want specific remakes, and it's like head scratching why you would have such a talented remake studio and while having all these remakes that people ask for, and instead of giving it to them, you highlight fair game. You put millions of dollars into Concord, fair game dollar signs, and Horizon Zero Dauntless. What is the plan?
The Horizon game looks weird. I can't make heads or tails of it. I don't mind Horizon, but I don't know if I like the model of picking specific characters. I don't know. I thought that we were just gonna make our own Horizon character,
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah,
and it's very cartoony, which is
extremely cartoony. Yeah,
it's an odd thing to do when they're known for being a really good graphical game.
Yeah, I think they did it for performance purposes, but I think they probably went a little too far in that direction. It's not great. Not loving the designs, but I did like what I saw of the combat. I will say, it's a game I would play. It's a game I would play, but I don't think it's going to do that well.
I will say though, nice transition out of the doom and gloom. All of this comes on the heels of what was probably one of the best state of plays we've seen in years.
100%.
And it was some of the stuff going to be on other platforms.
It's pretty much a PlayStation showcase. That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of the games are going to be multi-platform, but at the end of the day,
what's happens at PlayStation Showcase as well. Like I think it was over an hour long. They showed off some really hype exclusives. Some even the stuff that we assume is third party is going to be a big deal. Some of them might still be, some of them might even be time exclusives. Like we don't know exactly what the John Wick one, but it's just the fact that Sony.
John Wick's multi-platform, but it looked amazing. I'm very excited.
Look insane. I think they really delivered, because last year they just had Yote and Death Stranding 2, and people were like, Sony's got to cook something. And even going into the state of play, I thought 2026 looked impressive from Sony's output, and then with all the new games they revealed, it's like, oh, they're actually really cooking, and that's not even to mention one of my most anticipated games of the year, Undefeated Genesis, the sequel to the open world Superman like simulator from NDS Games. That's coming out this year, and it's PlayStation exclusive, and coming out on PC. The Ghost of Yote Legends is coming out early next month. That's I can't wait to play that. This is going to be absolutely fire. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I got my since the last podcast, I got my Ghost of Yote rewards. I will say this.
Big shout out to Cock of War.
Cock of War. I think this is one of the coolest things that PlayStation has come up with. They do these. You get the platinum trophy. I know Destiny does something like this too. If you get the platinum trophy, that you can actually buy something like this. This is basically the platinum trophy pin for Tsushima and Yote. They're not that expensive, and I love. Those are two of my favorite games. I love the Ghost of series, and I am so excited to get the Sadat the Gamer carry, hopefully on launch day in a couple days for some Legends.
It's next week, right?
The 27th?
The week. I thought it was March.
Is it?
Pretty sure it's March.
Ghost of Yote Legends release date. It is. Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. March 10th. My bad. Damn it! I was so excited. Something's on the 27th, and I'm I don't know what it is, but I'm excited for it.
This week is Resident Evil Requiem.
Nah, I'm not excited about that. Too scary. Too scary for me. I will cry. No, thank you.
Yeah, horror games don't scare me, but this game just looks like it's going to be good fun.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I think there's something else comes out. Oh, Toxic Commando comes out from Saber same day as Legends mode.
I played. That's like the side scroller one, right?
No, this one's a third person action co-op. Based on John Carpenter's.
I'm thinking of Toxic Avenger. I think.
Yeah, no, that one looks good too, but I'm definitely playing Legends mode instead, and also gotta make sure I hit up Pearl Abyss, because I'm trying to get me a copy of Crimson Desert. I need that too. They're having a preview. They have another preview event with content creators, so that's going to be that's going to be a good time.
I've been very fortunate to get to go to 2 WWE 2K content creator events. I would trade both of them in to have been able to go down this week. And it's especially heartbreaking. And I'm not gonna I can't bitch about it. I don't deserve to be there. The people that deserve to be there were there, but they did it at WWE headquarters this week, and CM Punk is on the cover. And, we all know that that's my guy. And I could have just I know people that work on the game. If they just told me, I would have driven there. They wouldn't have had to pay anything for me to be there. They gave them Xbox controller with CM Punk on it, and I'm just so jealous. CM Punk was there. All these people that I've met doing this got to hang out with him, and they actually had a lot of good wrestlers there. I think Io Sky was there, Bailey was there, Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus, to go way back.
That's the only reason I'd want to be there.
Yeah, Chelsea Green.
I actually got invited. I got invited to a preview event over the weekend, but I had to decline.
Oh no!
I wasn't interested in the game. Honestly, I think it'd be fair for me to go because I wasn't that interested in the game.
I will say the positive side of not getting invited to it is people were bitching the whole time about like, oh, you didn't invite so and so. Why? How didn't you invite this person, that person? Why were they there? They don't belong there. And I'm like, oh, that would have been me.
Yeah, for sure, it always happens. Yes, I can confirm that I was one of the chosen for a copy of Resident Evil 9. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to be playing it 3 days early or anything like that, but I will. But I am getting a copy from Capcom. Shout out to them.
Shout out Andy.
Shout out.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Resident Evil guy. FOMO is the only reason I would get it, and I'm sure it would be comedy gold if people watched me live stream it. I am very jumpy.
I would love to see it personally. Big shout to Capcom. I'm fortunate to be in the creator program, so I get all of their games. But there was understandably a lot of demand, in particular for Resident Evil 9. But fortunately, I was chosen.
I really am interested in that Crimson Desert. Does that have co-op at all, or is that just single player?
For now, it's single player. I did hear they might add multiplayer down the line.
Nice. Well, I mean, I look at it as like, Elder Scrolls, something like that. So
yeah, because it started out originally as an MMO, and then they converted into a single player game. So there is infrastructure there, and I did hear that they are planning some kind of multiplayer later on the line. But in the meantime, it easily looks like a 300-hour game. like the amount of exploration and customization that it looks crazy.
Yeah, I'm ready for some new stuff. I mean, obviously the Lego Batman game is coming out in like 3 months, so we're getting into that. And that's why I've been doing the Lego Batman 2. I'm trying to get the Lego stuff kind of going again. I think I'm gonna play Lego City after. I'm basically just posting one video a day at 10 o'clock in the morning. If people watch it, they watch it. If not, no big deal.
There you go. I actually I got sent a copy of I saw Jay popped into the stream. I got sent a copy of Avowed for PS5. And fortunately, unlike all the other Xbox day one PS5 games that I got sent so far, this one actually worked. I didn't have major performance issues like I did Forza or the Oblivion Remastered. This one worked as it should. And I thought it was good. I was actually really enjoying it. I think I'm gonna keep playing it offline because I was having fun with it. It felt like a better version of the Oblivion Remastered in terms of like the gameplay elements, but felt very similar. Visually, I thought I can see why people had some issues with Avowed. It doesn't look great in terms of the design, some of the character designs, and especially around the godhood marks. I think they a lot of those just look like ass. And,
I agree.
And the character creators kind of dog shit. But
yeah, I played it when it came out on Xbox, and they did send me a PS5 code, and I was actually going to see if you wanted it, but then I saw you got a copy, because I was going to ask them if I could just give it to you because they sent me a PS5 code, and I'm like, I'm not starting over, it's just, I made a bunch of videos about it when it came out. I enjoyed it, but I don't like the plant-based aspect in design. And I don't know, like there's something, it's a very good game, but there was something missing for me that didn't make me want to keep going.
It's not. That's for the most part from people who played it. It seems like it's solid. It's just not great. It doesn't really do anything great. It's just a good, solid action RPG.
Yeah,
it does some cool things, but it's just not, the home run, which is fine. Every game doesn't have to be 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
Exactly. And I wish we could get back to that. Like, I feel like everybody's like, oh, if it's not like, just brilliant and genre defining, then it's ass, and it's just weird. Like,
it's like it's either a masterpiece or it's dog shit, and like people gamers at like it's no in between, and I think there's good infrastructure for Avowed. I think it's going to do decently on PlayStation. I think there's a good foundation there if they want to do a sequel to like improve on it based on the feedback, because from what I was playing, I was enjoying it. Like I was enjoying the combat. I like the magic system. I love that they had a third person option, not just first person. I was getting into the story exploration. I was good. I was good on it. I was, the only thing I didn't like was the character creator and the designs. I just thought it looked kind of ass. That's it.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But I'm glad that there's a market for it. That studio does great work. I'm hoping. I don't know if they would have been involved in it, but I'm hoping that we do get a Fallout New Vegas remaster that's been rumored. So I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, statistically speaking, the majority of games are bad because there are a lot of games. People don't realize how many games release every year because a lot, especially with the technology and Steam, there are previous games releasing every day.
I get so many emails like every day, like advertising just games that I'm like, this. I hope you guys make your money because like this does not look like anything for me, and I don't know what your market is, but
yeah. Like it is what like and to be fair, there are some games like especially like on the indie scene that may look rough around the edges, but end up being big huge hits because they play really well. But yeah, and then you obviously have the actual slop that comes out in the scene like porn games and stuff like that. So there's a lot of trash, but people tend to focus on like the bigger releases when it comes to the greater conversations, and a lot of focus ended up being on the AAA releases of that particular year. So if some of the AAA releases don't hit, you have the casual people online that kind of judge, especially ball and gun gamers, that kind of judge the state of the game industry based on those popular games that they are aware of, like the latest Call of Duty or whatever, and not necessarily all the other much better games that do come out still. I think we're in a really good place in terms of games. 2025 was a great year. We had stuff from all over. You love your game of the year was Ghost of Yotei. My game of the year was Clair Obscur and Dispatch. It was just kind of something for everybody. And 2026 looks like it's going to be potentially even a bigger year for gaming. I mean, not just for the new games, but we have ongoing releases. Marvel Rivals has been doing some really cool shit. Did you finish your placement matches for season 6 yet?
Oh yeah. I'm at Platinum 2 right now. I just have to play my 10 games for this.
Yeah, I gotta do that. I'm gonna do that at some point next week. But I've been enjoying Danny. Shout out to Danny. He's been doing these polls and he's been teasing different characters, and he just did probably my favorite poll so far on this past Friday with the theme of being blue characters, and he most notably had Mystique and Nightcrawler, the character that I've been begging for them to add to the game. Unsurprisingly, Nightcrawler won the poll, but I love the idea of them kind of building hype, gathering feedback, and if I told Danny that if they add Nightcrawler, I will name my firstborn son Danny, or my firstborn daughter Luna.
Yeah, I'll tell you the thing that's super interesting lately is since I got Deadpool to champion, the amount of people that like lose their shit in game chat is so weird. They're like, I don't understand. You're playing the game too. Like, it's not hard to, like, you can literally get a level per day just playing Annihilation. Like,
for sure.
What are we talking about? It's not that hard, you know?
Many people aren't that dedicated, Jay.
Yeah, and like now you don't even really have to fight as much, like, because I was jumping into some like quick play games just on my own, and you don't even necessarily have to fight to get Deadpool anymore. Like his newness is worn out a little bit.
Yeah, that kind of happens to all the new characters eventually.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why usually I don't mess with the new characters for the most part, but like Deadpool is like literally one of my holy trinity of comic book characters, you know? Like it's one of my favorite characters. You know, one of my dogs is named Wilson, you know? So like I love Deadpool and I've really enjoyed playing him. And I gotta be honest though, this is the first, I think this season though, like maybe the last like week or two has been the first time I've felt a little bit of Rivals burnout though. And once I hit that like 100th episode of It's Just Quick Play, I was like, I think I need to slow down a little and get into some other stuff a little bit more.
Funny you say that, because I follow the because I do make a lot of Mar Rivals content, mostly cover the news every week and stuff.
Right.
But I also follow the competitive scene. I keep track of other creators, see what they're doing, and it's been interesting. I've noticed a pattern.
What's that?
I'm trying to get on my spot. Oh.
I noticed a pattern this season in particular with with Mar Rivals streamers in particular seem to be moving away from the game in a lot of ways. I saw that I saw that people are branching out more into variety more often, which is interesting. You know, like, and these are the streamers that usually are on Rivals all the time, but
I am listening, by the way. Yeah, sorry,
but they've been so kind of burned out on the quality of the season of the content. Like, they are just kind of either going to Overwatch or Deadlock. I saw one of the bigger streamers, J3 and Necros, are playing like Resident Evil now to prepare for Resident Evil.
I know Overwatch just got that big update, so I know a lot of people have kind of
Overwatch had the big update.
They shuffle between, you know, those games and everything. Sorry, my wife was just trying to get the dog out of the bed because he's, you know, spread out everywhere.
Yeah, no, yeah, like, cause like sometimes they would like ignore the Overwatch updates, but now not only are they like embracing the Overwatch, they're doing. This is the first time I've seen more creators do like variety games, more like creators that usually don't do variety, expanding into variety more often, and I'm seeing like they're growing more and more frustrated. Queue times, especially in high ranks, seem to be a lot longer than they were before, because there seems to have been a big drop off of players up in those higher ranks, even though the overall numbers are high, because I think Deadpool brought in a lot of people, a lot of more casual people. But we're seeing a lot. I think there's a bigger drop off in the higher ranks because those people are more frustrated with the lack of meaningful balancing updates, which understandable, because we basically had the same meta for the last 6 months.
Yeah, and I also feel like I think Elsa Bloodstone's a really cool character.
Very fun,
basically,
but also
like
insanely broken, but
a skill-based scroll girl, basically. You know, you actually have to be able to aim a little bit with her rather than scroll girl who you don't. But I think I just think it's wild to me that like the amount of original skins they're pumping out right now, and that like they put out this huge character Deadpool and have not released anything to buy for him since. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm expected to change the season 7, especially since Deadpool is a part of the story of season 7.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the official lore is that after he settles in the Monster Kingdom in Queens, he goes across the pond because because the city's been closed off. So he's presumably that's where he's going to meet up with Black Cat and White Fox. So that'll be interesting. I'm assuming we'll have some, maybe Deadpool in the Battle Pass. Maybe they'll drop his MCU skin at some point. But yeah, I think in terms, not just the balancing, just the match quality. I've seen a lot more frustration with match quality. People saying, oh, I've been seeing a lot of videos about the thrower problem more and more. Something that I noticed in particular has gotten a lot worse last season. Now more and more people are reporting how many people in ranked are just throwing games because there's pretty much no consequence for throwing games, and that's kind of bubbled over. You're seeing a lot of people I've seen even in high ranks that seemingly don't belong there, like in terms of how well they're playing, and people get more frustrated with that, and it's leading to even more toxicity. So even though the player numbers are still really good, I think there is definitely some room for concern heading into season 7 and kind of putting more pressure on that to kind of like help right the ship. People like that they did the emergency balance patch to address some of the problem characters, but unfortunately the balance patch didn't really do what it was supposed to. The Hella nerf was okay. Hawkeye nerf is fine. They're still really strong still, but the Gambit nerf was dumb. Like, that's literally everyone's been saying, like, the problem with Gambit is his ultimate. You got to nerf the ult, and they just completely ignored the ult. And the Elsa Bloodstone nerf looked good on paper. In practice, it feels exactly the same. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it's not working properly, but I tested the ult after the patch. It feels exactly the same.
Yeah,
it's just as broken.
Yeah, it should. I think it should just work more like, Black Panthers. You just throw it out there, it does its damage, and that's it.
Yeah, I think the problem is that I think the kidnap mechanic is actually really good. I think because I think that was a step in the right direction, because we need more ults that can address like the actual state of the game. Like people were complaining about triple support slop and everything like that. Well, now you have a DPS ult that directly counters, these huge immortality fields by just throwing people out of it. I think the problem is that it also does a ton of damage when it kidnaps you, and it lasts a long time.
Way too long. Yeah.
Yeah. So you kidnap them, do a ton of damage, then pull them back to you, and shoot them while they're still while they're still stuck, and then it does even more damage on the end of it. Like, it's crazy.
No, I don't disagree. I do understand that aspect of it, but like, there's just something weird about it, and obviously we all know that. So
yeah, the hitbox is also way too generous.
Yeah. Like you should be able to jump over it, and you can't.
Yeah, if you're a melee fighter, you can't break it. You can only shoot it. And yeah, there were times where you were like, I think it's improved since the patch, but before, like, you can be like 8 meters away and still get caught.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, there are so many times where I'm like, how did that get me? Like, I'm not near it. So no, I feel that, but
never had to run in. But I personally, I think they spent so much time on Deadpool that they didn't really have time to do much else. Plus, this is a holiday month, so for China. So my hope is that they're going to have a lot more time, a lot more stuff for season 7. I think that's where we're going to get the new PvE mode as well. So I think season 7, even though it doesn't have as high a profile hero releasing as Deadpool, could end up being much better than season 6.
Yeah,
from a quality standpoint.
I just I get irrationally like annoyed by just this constant need for like these original skins. Like, don't get me wrong, they do a great job with the original skins.
Yeah, some of them.
But like, it's just too much. It's like overboard, and there's way too many. Like, especially when you're only releasing basically 2 skins a week, but then also you've got like 4 events going on, and all 4 events have also original skins. And it's like, dude, where, like, they're gonna finally do some like comic based stuff with Fear Itself Thing, and Daredevil Born Again. And like those are going to be, I think we're all hyped for that. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, thank God my 3-week wait for an original Emma Frost skin was over, because like after 3 long weeks, now I've got another, Emma Frost pirate skin to go with my Emma Frost Queen card skin. Like,
to be fair, the pirate skin is really great. I like that.
I prefer the other one. But the pirate, I don't know why, but I think her hair is just too long in the pirate skin, and I don't love the jacket, but it's fine. Like, I like it, I bought it, whatever. I like Emma, so. But I just feel like there's like, I don't know, maybe just expand to like you've expanded the roster substantially. You could probably afford to like release a third skin each week.
Yeah, they could, or just just do a little more, a few more comic skins. There's still a lot people have been requesting. They have a lot of material to work with. We know that they have still. It's not I don't know if it's technically. It is technically a comic skin, but it's from the Marvel Rivals comic. The Thieves Guild Cloak and Dagger skin is coming out next month. So that's,
what I mean. Like, although I will say, I guess I did just buy a new iPad, and I've always had. So I had a tablet. My wife stole it from me.
Thief.
And it's fine. She makes all the money, and she does it. She uses it for schoolwork. But I do have the Marvel Unlimited. So that is why I wanted to get the tablet. And I've got the Rivals comics queued up to read. So I do love the idea of reading the books on a tablet. So, and I did finally read Deadpool Batman.
Ooh, nice.
It was not what I expected, but beautiful nonetheless. It's funny how I have like 40 different covers of that book, and I hadn't read it. But essentially it's just a collection of short stories, and my favorite story out of all of them was Jeff and Crypto playing beach volleyball, and basically Kate Bishop and Supergirl are like yelling at them to, all right, playtime's over, time to come have dinner. And it's just like very simple, They had a cool Wonder Woman. I'm sorry?
That sounds wholesome. I like that one.
Yeah, they had this cool like Wonder Woman Captain America team up, and they had
I ship it.
Yeah, they had Daredevil and Green Arrow team up. Wolverine getting his they had a Wolverine Lobo, like it was like Lobarine or something like that. Ooh. Or Logo is what he was called instead of Logan. So it was basically like an algum. I don't know how to say the word, but they're basically combined them. Yeah.
A fusion. If you will.
A fusion of the two. And the book was really cool, man. I thought I had downloaded the image of Jeff and Crypto playing volleyball, but yeah, it was a really cool book, and I'm glad I finally got to read it. So,
unfortunately, you cannot have friendly fire in hero shooters.
Amalgamation. Yeah, they did a comic run like that back in like the 80s or 90s, where DC and Marvel got together and did all that. Like they had like characters like that. So
I gotta sit down and read catch up on some of my books. I just got I still have to read Corey Kenshin's new manga, Volume 2. I have Volume 1 of Absolute Batman. I do have Marvel Unlimited. I did want to catch up on the comics as well. I think I'll buy Deadpool Batman because I want to add that. I like the physical copy when it comes to books. I'm old. That's the one area I'm old school. I buy all my games digital, but but I prefer, when possible, to have physical books
That was one of my favorite things. Rocket Raccoon as a Green Lantern.
That's pretty good. Maybe that'll be a skin.
That would be sick, right?
If they can make. I
don't think they can make that work. But I did say, what was it? I said I was making a joke to one of the Lego Batman people. I was like, oh no, I think I was making a joke during like one of the Marvel Rivals things. Like, we do have a Deadpool Batman. So when's Batman coming to Marvel Rivals?
Yeah.
So anyway,
it's
funny in my head.
Yeah. A lot of things are. I get where you're going. I mean, it's basically Moon Knight. I do love that they reference it in the game, the Batman crossover.
Yeah,
that was very funny. That was a very funny Deadpool line in Rivals. It would be interesting if they do crossovers of some kind. I know Disney would be very particular about what crossovers they would allow.
Right.
Probably would prefer Disney owned IP crossovers, or not direct competitors. But we'll see what they can pull off. But I definitely want to do some reading. I was catching up on this past week. I wanted to catch up on live action because I realized I've been watching so much anime that I was behind on industry. And everyone was talking about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and
I want to watch that.
I wanted to catch up on that, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to just catch up on just all live action. So I finished because I was in season 3 of Industry, which I really loved. It's a great show. It comes on right before A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Amazing show, and but I saw Paul Tassi glazing it, and I was like, oh well, that reminds me. So I finished Industry, caught up. Amazing, highly recommend you watch it. It is incredible. And then I started on Night of the Seven Kingdom, which was also like another 5 episodes. So I locked in on that, and I'm glad I did because I didn't love House of Dragons. Like, I liked House of Dragons for like the first 7-ish episodes, and then I just kind of fell off from it.
I feel that, and
I never watched the second season, but Knights of the Seven Kingdom, right away I knew was going to be different. Definitely much easier story. It's a much more grounded. Like, it's based on, it's based around this one guy, this one earnest guy who just wants to be a knight, and he's got his 3 horses from his mentor that died, and you're just like so invested right away in his journey. And the last episode, like, I saw, that's when I started watching. I wanted to watch because how much everyone was glazing the last episodes. They were comparing it to like Battle of the Bastards and all these other great moments in cinema history, and it lived up to it. Like, it's an amazing fucking episode. So I'm all in on Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I highly recommend catching up on it. I'll definitely be watching it as soon as we get off. It comes on at 10. I'll definitely be.
Oh, I got you.
I'll definitely be watching.
My wife and I, a lot of the shows that we watch have been on like break because of the Olympics. So we started watching Peaky Blinders this week, and
very good show.
It's been really good so far. We just met Tom Hardy's character, so it's a little weird hearing him speaking, the British, which I know he is, but yeah, we've been watching watching that, and it's been really good.
Did he have a glass of water?
Yeah, exactly.
You taking a piss, mate? Take that.
That's right.
Shout out to Peter.
Hockey belongs to us now, Peter.
Shout out to Peter.
I do have to say, Nate McKinnon from Canada had like the worst. I think I already went over that. Never mind. Who cares? You don't care. I care. It's fine.
Correct.
we gotta get you to your 10 o'clock start time for.
Highly recommend watching CC. I think next week my plan will be to do some readings, as I mostly caught up on the live action stuff. There's obviously a bunch I still want to get on, but I still want to continue the new season of Alice in Borderland. But I want to read Absolute Batman. I want to read Corey Kenshin's new manga. But I need to do more reading. I need haven't been reading as much because I've just been focused on games and creating content. So I want to kind of put some time in there for clear some of these books off my backlog too. Let me go and prioritize different backlogs. Get through one at a time. Go back and forth. Getting some backlogs cleared a little bit at a time. Got my reading backlog here, my anime backlog here, my TV backlog. Just keep everything under control.
I did pick these up too.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the version I got.
So I've got the volume 1 and volume 2 of Absolute Batman.
I gotta get
I gotta get through as well.
I'm assuming I'm going to love volume 1, so I'm going to go ahead and get volume 2, and I'm definitely going to get Absolute Green Arrow because that looks insane.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you see they just revealed Absolute Green Arrow this week?
It was absolute gas.
I mean, he looks like kind of Taskmaster-ish, but
yeah.
But still, it's. I don't understand it, but I'll look into. I'm gonna read it. So
I'm a huge Green Arrow guy, so I'm not going to question it. I'm just gonna read it because I love Green Arrow, and Green Arrow deserves his own video game. It's an absolute travesty that we had the Arrowverse and not a single video game came out of it.
They did have a DLC pack in Lego Batman 3.
Not good enough. He deserved his own Arkham style game.
I think there was also a character pack in DC Supervillains, but
definitely.
I agree. There is actually I did a video I did make. So like in the pause, like when you go into the character grid of Lego Batman 3, if you pause on some of the characters, they'll do the na Batman. They'll do that.
Oh, nice.
And Stephen Amell actually did something like that for it too. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Shout out to Stephen Amell. I'm looking forward. I hope they do a third movie in the trilogy he has with his brother on Amazon. That's a really good superhero movie series.
This was a battle pass skin. Or no, it was a crew skin. Did you see actually? I don't see that happening because Stephen Amell just got cast as David Hasselhoff's son's character in the reboot of Baywatch.
Ooh.
So like David Hasselhoff's son in the original Baywatch taking over in the new Baywatch.
I mean, he would definitely have time to film the movie.
Sure.
So it's fine. It's not, especially since it's like not. It's a Netflix movie, so but it's pretty good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Arrow. I'm sorry. Like another show. I get what you mean now.
Yeah. The Netflix movies with his brother. Yeah, those are the ones. Superhero movies with his brother.
Yeah,
really good. It's 2 so far. I think they're doing a third. There's been a bunch of Superman games. Problem is they haven't had any recent ones so far. Yeah, that's been the issue. They used to have a ton back in the day, and now we haven't had one since Superman Returns movie tie-in on the Xbox 360 with Brandon Routh. Since then, we've only seen Superman in Injustice and obviously some mobile games, obviously, and he was also in Multiverses. Rip to that, unfortunately, but at least we're getting undefeated Genesis, so we get to live out our Superman fantasies through that game until DC gets their shit together and gives us a officially licensed Superman game. Suicide Squad too. Well, he wasn't in Suicide Squad. I was referring to games where he's playable. He's not playable in Suicide Squad. He is just a boss fight. Unfortunately, it would have been smart if they had a section where you rescue the Justice League and get to play as them, escaping Brainiac's ship. But Jamie and Septon didn't think of that, and then they left. Sad waste of potential. But I do hope Rocksteady bounces back with their new Batman game, whatever it ends up being. Hopefully, it's it would be interesting if they did an absolute Batman game. But I think if they did Batman Beyond, that would be really cool. but I just want them to shake up the formula a little bit in some way. Not necessarily completely reinvent the wheel, but do something a little more interesting for the next Arkham game.
Yeah, we'll see. I just want more superhero games, man. All of them. We can do like a whole episode on, how DC, like WB Games, should be farming out all their characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we could do a whole episode, definitely a whole segment on pitches that Jay can take to the board of directors that he sits on. And
well, speaking of actual pitches that I've made in actual elevators, have I ever told you about my idea for a Batman Ninja game? Because I feel like I willed this into existence.
I think you actually not only willed it. I don't think you did more than willed it. I think you went actually to the production facility and the heads of Funko and told them to make it, and they did.
I know that Caboose and Uncaged are sick of hearing about it, but that was a fun actual thing I got to do, is do an actual elevator pitch to the head of WB Games Montreal at the time about how much I wanted. And on our bus ride to dinner the night before, it actually started with I don't remember her name, but she was like a big wig at WB, and she'd come over from Netflix apparently, and I was pitching it to her as well, because they were pitching, Injustice 3 and whatever, right. And I just on a whim came out with Batman Ninja. So
your best pitch yet.
Yeah. I did also pitch it to Ed Boon on a dare. Alan from WB, we were talking about it. He's like, "Oh, you should pitch it to Ed." I'm like, "All right, I will." He kind of gave me the oh, cool.
Didn't see the vision.
I mean, I don't think it was as, he didn't get it. So whatever. It was funny. It's actually Ed Boon's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Boom. Looking forward to that Injustice 3 announcement.
Yeah.
Coming later on, I'm sure. Also I wanted to see, did you see the Katie files that came out over All-Star weekend? Because that's why I wasn't here last week.
I've heard some stuff, but like I didn't like dig too deep into it. I'm vaguely familiar.
Well, the alleged burner account. So it was All-Star weekend. People noticed that Katie was on his phone a suspicious amount, even during warm-ups. And then someone leaked text messages allegedly from one of his burner accounts that came from a group chat that he had with some fans. And in it, KD was essentially talking shit
about Charlotte.
He was talking shit about his teammates, past and present. There was definitely some gold in there. He mentioned. I think my favorite probably was he described Russell Westbrook, because he was talking about how people were. He said Kyrie and Westbrook were kind of competing with. He said Steph was kind of, and Westbrook were kind of competing with him, and he described Westbrook as the triple-double cocaine bear.
I saw something about he thought I think it was Fred VanVleet was supposed to stay in Houston, and he wouldn't have agreed to the trade otherwise. He would have preferred to go to Charlotte or something.
He said that he thought Charlotte had better young players, because he said Şengün can't shoot or play defense, and he said Jabari Smith can't make a shot and is mentally impaired. He didn't use those terms exactly, but and he also mentioned, he said that when he was on the Warriors, he would like try to hold Steph accountable in film room, and they would look at, and Steve Kerr would just look at him crazy. And he said that if you didn't pass up shots and screen for Steph, you were getting waived. he said he chalked it up to he said Steve Kerr doesn't mess with dark skins ever since Jordan punched him in the face.
Jesus.
It was wild, bro.
I didn't dig that deep, but I did see a few things, obviously. So
no,
we knew he had burners.
He admitted he was still going to keep the burners, but these are actually gold. Some of it was a little disturbing, but yeah, it definitely made things in the locker room awkward, and that's why I wanted to watch the Knicks game because that was the first. I think it was the first game coming out after the All-Star break, after the KD files dropped, and they performed pretty well, but then they, especially Jabari Smith, who was actually hitting his shots, but then they blew a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter and lost. So,
the Celtics just blew out the Lakers.
Not surprising. Lakers are ass.
Yeah. I guess Peyton Pritchard made Vanderbilt he double moved him and made him go fall into the ground. One of those kind of plays.
So Jose Alvarado, I like him. He was on the Knicks. He was actually he played a big role in that victory. He doing what Jose Alvarado basically does. If you're familiar with this game from Houston, from New Orleans, he's the king of steals, particularly catching you from the blind spot. And he caught KD. KD was isoing and about to go for his patented pull-up mid-range, and then he just swipes him from behind and just picked him clean. And then on the next play, he I was literally watching him because I knew he was about to make a play, and he perfectly read it and just intercepted the pass, and that just pretty much put the game away because Brunson was just hitting some insane shots too. I think it's going to be great, but I think Houston might be cooked. I think KD's definitely leaving after this season. I don't think he's going to be there next year.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that Tatum's able to come back. Did you see Halliburton has shingles?
Shingles?
Yeah.
Is that a thing that can happen while you're recovering from Achilles tear?
I guess so. I guess he's got to be away from the team for 2 to 3 weeks now.
Well, so get well soon, Hallie. Hope he comes back healthy as well. Boston looks good without Tatum so far, though.
Yeah.
Hopefully not too good. I'm never rooting for Boston to succeed.
Jaylen Brown has really stepped his game up this year. It's pretty wild. So, and I love the kids on this team, man. Like the kid we drafted this year, Hugo Gonzalez, has one of the best efficiency ratings in the league. It's crazy. Jordan Walsh has stepped up, and
yeah, who knew if one of your all NBA caliber players plays like an all NBA player, and you just surround him with people who shoot 23s a game, you'll just win. He'll still win.
Yeah, Pritchard's done great. Derek White obviously still great. So I don't know. I don't know if Tatum come back. I don't want him to push it. I do think if he comes back, they're definitely one of the 4 or 5 favorites to win the whole thing. They may be without him. I don't know. They have one of the best records in the league. They play as a team, and it's really fun to watch. They play hard. The kids are doing great.
I don't think OKC is a team to beat anymore. I think people kind of figured them out. I think they're still one of the favorites, but I think Denver can definitely beat them. I thought Denver would have beat them last year if it wasn't for all the injuries they had and the fact that the refs were cheating. And it still took them 7 games. So I think Denver can definitely beat them if they're healthy, and I think the Spurs can definitely have a chance if they stay healthy and locked in. So I think the playoffs are going to be really interesting, particularly in the West. I think whoever comes out West is going to win the whole thing. But I think it's going to be a really fun to watch. All right, I gotta get ready to watch Knights of the Seven Kingdom. Also order some Popeyes, so I got to heat that up. So I'm excited. I'm excited to watch the latest episode. But appreciate everyone hanging out. Thank you for tuning in again. This is a short month, so the next time we have the podcast, it'll be March. And I'll let you guys know what I think about Resident Evil 9 since Jay's too scared to play it.
Yes.
Which I'm not.
I'm not even gonna front. Not even gonna front.
I'm not too scared, so I'll let you know what I think about the game and if it's worth your time. Of course, I'll be streaming it. So if you're curious, definitely swing on by to support that stream. And big shout out in advance to Capcom for the hookup. Tomorrow I should have a Marvel Rivals video going up as well. Other than that, I'm chilling unless there's any breaking news until we get to Resident Evil 9. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. That is a lie, Gabe. I'd never jump. I was not the gamer.
I am not Casual Avenger. But
we appreciate the deep dish guide. Zip it up and zip it out. Peace. My name's